Equestro Station was a real surprise package for me. I only ever planned on day tripping in there, having a quick look around and then moving on. I ended up spending 3 nights there, and I still don't feel like I saw everything there was to see, so I'll definitely be coming back.
Well, that's it. Officially made it to the end of the Gibb River Road. Everything's intact. Had an absolute blast, and looking forward to starting the next section of my adventure. It's probably 3,000 k's I've done by this point, I'd say, as a guess, and had an absolute blast. Off to Wyndham now. Gonna try and find some crocs baking in the sun, and then there's a nice little track that takes you all the way to Kununurra. So I've just spent the last couple of days in Kununurra, having a bit of a break after finishing off the Gibb, getting a couple of items fixed on the car, and refueling and resupplying everything. I replaced the aerial. I've got a great big 6.6 decibel GME. This one's a lot bigger, a lot stronger, so should handle the bush bashing a little bit better, hopefully. I've never broken one before, but yeah, if I break that one, I'm probably got bigger things to worry about. Ivanhoe Crossing was going to be the beginning of my trip out of Kununurra, heading towards Lake Argyle, Punalulu, and the Canning Stock route in a few days' time. Perry Creek Road, you have this magic crossing, Ivanhoe Crossing. Incredibly famous amongst four-wheel drivers and anyone that likes water crossings, really. It's probably a good 200 meters of water crossing. There's a nice sealed road underneath, but there's this beautiful cascading water that goes right through it, and I'll show you a bit of footage of that. But strangely, or unusually I should say, we're in late July now. It's July 20th. And it's still not open. We've had that much water in the wet season. The water going across the road here is still too high, and they've put great big concrete blocks across the road there so you can't get through. So a bit of a shame. I would have loved to have done the Ivanhoe crossing, but that's okay. I had some dramas in Kununurra getting my car sorted. I put it in just for a basic oil and filter change, and for them to replace the aerial. And 10 hours and 2 days later, they finally succeeded. So just got some people. Some tourists that you probably saw on the camera maybe just pull in front of me, and they were egging me on to do the crossing anyway. Go around those boulders. I don't think you can even go around them if you wanted to. They've put them in the best possible spot. But anyway, I'm going to do, it's 4 o'clock, so it's quite late. But the Perry Creek Road that goes out to 20 Mile Lagoon, and then later on Wyndham, and what's the other one that's out here? No, I forget. It's not that big a trip, so what I'm planning on doing is I'm going to do this track even if it goes through into the night, because I really like night driving, as I'm sure I've mentioned at least once on this trip. Yeah, it should be a fun little track, and then I'll probably push on until 10, 11 o'clock at night to try and make my way to Lake Argyle. Not that big a trip overall in Ks, but I'm getting a very late start to it, so yeah, let's push on. Ivanhoe Crossing, I'm coming back for you another time. Something I'm seeing a lot of tonight is bloody cane toads. Cane toads everywhere, hundreds of them. I'm on the Old Halls Creek Road now, and this is a pretty cool little track. It's actually from that Perry Springs track. It's the most direct route to the main road that I'll take to get back to Lake Argyle. One of the things I like about this is that it's really started to close in, and when you're driving at night, having a track that sort of closes in on you, you can see how so high on the side there, hopefully, I don't know if you can see it or not, but the spinifex, or the long grass through here, is almost as high as the car now, and has been higher than the car in some other places. There's a nice sort of lump of grass through the center as well. The trees, there's lots of nice big boabs all around, and the lights are lighting up all the trees around us, and birds are sort of ducking in and out to grab the bugs that they can see, which is fairly cool. This is why I like night driving. This track is everything that night driving should be. You know, the only thing you could sort of do to make this better is if, say for instance, Victorian high country around Dargo there's some really nice tracks that follow ridge lines, and so you've got lots of big trees on one side, a massive fall down to the ground, and then a sort of a cliff or a gorge. I did a track years ago with my four-wheel drive club that took us around to this waterfall at night. Absolutely stunning track. I can't remember what the name of the track was off the top of my head, but the drive in and out of there was incredible. It was one of the best night drives I've ever done, and this particular track, this would be right up there with one of the best I've ever done as well. There's an atmosphere to driving tracks like this at night. It's not all that remote. I'm not that far from Wyndham, but you feel like you've got the whole place to yourself. There's no campers out here. The old Halls Creek Road actually has some pavers, some old pavers, and I think they were just used to line the outside of the road, and then they must have you know, cleared and gravelled, perhaps even tarred the road many years ago. Can't even imagine what it would have been like to come out here and lay thousands and thousands of pavers. I haven't actually seen any for about 10 minutes while I was mucking around putting cameras on. But basically up until this point, which is the halfway point of the track, they've been, you know, they're the whole line, snaking their way across the track with you. The track takes pretty close to the original line, and it's been pretty cool seeing all those pavers that some poor buggers had to go out, find, cut in the environment that's around us, and then lay to make you know, 2 lines along this track. Well, that's it. I am just coming to the end now of the old Hall Creek Road, and pretty great track. I'm looking forward to coming back and doing it during the day. I think it'll be just as good during the day. I think there's a lot of scenery. There's the sealed road. I'm going to air back up now. I'll be on the sealed road until I get to Lake Argyle, and highly recommend it. Halls Creek Road. Come down and do that. Do it at night. Beautiful track. Nothing too hard, but fantastic scenery. Yeah. See you at Lake Argyle. If you've ever seen the movie Wolf Creek, the horror movie that is, you'll know exactly where I am. Check this out. Keep out. 12 people died here.
Thanks for watching my video. Hit like if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and if you'd like to help with the creation of these videos, check out my Patreon page from the link above.